The Boolean algebra, what do you mean by the sum of product terms? Means in any logical expression in a Boolean algebra, all input terms are producted first and then summed together. Here first all signals are producted together, after that they are summed together. Then that function format is called as a sum of product term. Let us take a one function. So there is a one function, there are three inputs are there, a comma b comma c. And these three inputs will create a one Boolean function with the product terms, and they are summing one to each other. Here I am taking one product term. Product nothing but when the signals are passing through the AND gate, will create a one product term. Here I am taking a dot b dash. You can also take as a b dash. So, okay, no need to mention the dot. So a b dash plus a b c. Here I am two terms are taken. Two terms are, one is a b dash term, another one is a b c term. And also you take another signal as a b dash and c dash. There are three terms are there and summed one to each other. One term is the a b dash. Now this a b dash and a b c, b dash, c dash are called as a product terms. This is a product term. How do you know that product term? Whenever these two, let us construct a one logical circuit for this a b dash, whatever the entire function. Let us take the function now. So here I am draw the logical diagram for given function. Now what is the first term? First term is a, next one is a b dash. Now b dash, how do you create the b dash? By just passing through the NOT gate will create the b dash. Now this entirely, this two signals are passing through the AND gate. Now this is a one term output by passing through the AND gate. Now this is called as a one product term. What do you mean this is a product term? So the output of this gate will be a b dash. Similarly we have to construct for the a b c also. Now we know that this is a b, and you need to take the signal from here only, because that is a b c signal. Already a signal is created here. You just drag this signal, and b also, and another new signal will be c. Okay, you create newly and you combine together with one AND gate again. Now it is also one product term. The product term value become a and b and c. Now the third signal is a c here. Okay, now last one is a b dash and c dash. Now you already know that b dash created from this point, you can drag from here b dash. This is a b dash point. As well you can also take this c dash from here passing through the NOT gate. Now this is a signal value become a b dash and c dash. Now the signal output will be, that gate output will be c dash, b dash. Okay, now these all three, after generating the each term from the AND gate, they are summing one to each other. After generating, now this is a one product term, this is a one product term, this is another product term, this is a one more product term. All are summing one to each other, will create the sum of products. Sum of, or they are summing at the end, they are summing one to each other. This is a OR gate. OR gate will create the summing. Now this entirely function output will be, after you are summing these three signals, the signal output will be a dash, the signal output will be a b dash, a b c and b dash c dash. So by this way the product terms are summing one to each other by passing through the OR gate at end. Now the function will be a product of sum of product terms. Okay, so this is all about the general example with little bit explanation about sum of product terms. Similarly, let us discuss about the what do you mean by the product of sum. I think so you understand here. So the terms are producted one to each other, or signals are producted one to each other. After at end they are summing one to each other, will create the sum of product terms. Okay, so similarly let us discuss about this product of sum. What do you mean by the product of sum? Here I am removing this definition, including with the diagram. So let us take the actual definition of product of sum. Then what do you mean of this? Okay, so here what do you mean by the product of sum term? Product of sum terms are similarly logical expression in a Boolean algebra where all input terms are ORed. ordered first, then after results are producted, then that will create the product of sum term. Let us see the one example here. Same thing, one example like f of a comma b comma c. Now here I am creating the sum terms like a plus b. It is a one term. I am considering that this is a one term. After that, a dash plus b dash and bc. This is a one term, and here I am creating the two terms, and they are producted one to each other. Here I am producting one to each other. Now this is called as a product of sum terms. Now this is a what do you mean of this first term? Here signals are summing one to each other or ORing one to each other. Now this term is called as a sum term. Sum term 1 and sum term 2. 1 and 2 are producted one to each other. Now this is create the product of sum term. Let us draw the logical diagram for this. Okay, here the sum term a plus b. The first signal is a and second signal is a b. So these are term a plus b. So that we need to take the OR gate. It is not a AND gate, this is the OR gate. So OR gate will create the sum term. Okay, next one is a dash plus b dash plus c. So you can take, this is a signal, this is a b signal. Okay, now output of this gate will be a plus b. Okay, after that a dash, you need to take the a dash now. So just to drag from this point and passing through the NOT gate will create the a dash and a dash plus b plus, already b is created over here, just you drag from this point, and after that c. Okay, now c signal. So all are again summing one to each other. Will create the a dash plus b plus c. Okay, now after that these two signals are ANDing one to each other. So at the end they are producted. So final output of from this logical diagram will be, so a plus b into a dash plus b plus c. See here the sum terms, sum term 1, sum term 2, these two are producted at the end. Now this formation of function is called as a product of sum terms. Sum term 1, sum term 2 are producted one to each other. So that is the definition about the product of sum term. Now, so there is a lot of scope to ask the question in competitive exam as well as the normal semester exams on product of sum and sum of product. Let us discuss some example. Okay, so here I am going to the PPT. So already we know that what do you mean by the sum of product, what do you mean by the product of sum. So again just I am revising here. Sum of product term, it is a one, sum of product term is the second one. So these three are called as a product terms, and these are called as a literals or signals, input signal a comma b comma c, as well some other example with the w x y z signals. Okay, the next let us go to the product of sum terms. Here also same thing I am repeated. The definition here, terms are created by using summing one to each other, and after that finally they are ANDed or they are passing through the AND gate. So that will create the product of sum terms. Okay, similarly here also second example. After that sometimes let us take this example, a plus b dash into c. Now it seems like a product of sum term. Okay, here first sum term and second sum term, but here see you don't see the any kind of signal after the c's. Even it is a single term, single signal. But what about the first one? A plus b dash, this is a sum term. Second one, here it is also one term, but without combination of the other signals. But we need to consider as a sum term only. Okay, because the first term is a sum term. Second one also become a sum term, even it is not will not have a combination with the other signals, because as per the simplification it may not be occur with the other signal combination. Okay, so we should consider as a sum term only. If you want to convert it into product term, so then you just apply the distribute law. Simply it will convert it into the product term. Now ac plus b dash, apply the distribute law for this signal function, you will get the product of sum of product term. Okay, so the simplification procedure can apply in any way. You can apply the distributive law. You can also simplify by using the same kind of product of sum method or sum of products method will not be effect on your problem. So here after you apply the distributive law, will affect on your answer, will not be affect. Again you take the common, you will get this answer. Okay. Similarly, let us take, here we want to see the standard format of format of a Boolean function. Here, what do you mean by the standard format of a Boolean function? So very simple. Here, before that we discussed about the sum of product and product of sum and the corresponding examples, but they are not in a standard format. Here, what do you mean by the standard format? Here I am presenting one example of a sum of product term a b dash plus abc plus b dash c. Now this function I am saying that it is not in a standard format. But what do you mean by the standard format? In case you presenting some terms, but they should be consisting of all signals, either their inversion or regular. They should be consisting of all signals. Let us take this example a b dash. Actually, how many signals are input to this function? How many variables are input to this function? 3 variables are there. Whenever you come to the first signal, first term, there are only 2 signals are available. 2 variables are available, third variable is missing. Now this is not in a standard format. You take any term, but it should be combination of all variables. Then only it is called as a standard format of a Boolean function. Now here there are 3 variables are there. In each term, it should be repeated with the 3 signals. 3 variables, then only it is called as a standard format. If it is missing with the even 1 variable, now that function is not in the standard format. Here see, there are 3 terms are there, but the second one is supporting for the standard format because the term is combination of 3 signals. You can take that variable or 3 signals in their inversion or else a regular signal, anyone, but it should be cover even once in the given term. This example is not a standard format because there is a missing of C signal or C variable. Here it is missing of A variable. Only second term is combination of all 3 variables. So let us take another example. But here it is missing. Here I am presenting that here it is missing of A. Now you take another example A, B, C, D. How many variables are there? 4 variables. Now you derive one Boolean function, but each term should combination of 4 number of signals. 4 number of signals are variables. Now A, B, D. Here it is missing of one. Here it is missing of 1 variable C. Here it is missing of 2 variables B and D. Here A, C. Here it is a combination of all signal, all variable. Now it can say it is in that term only in a standard format, but function not in the standard format. And the fourth one, see here fifth one also combination of all variable. Now we can say it is a standard term, but it is not a standard function because other terms are not in a standard format. So these 2 terms are only standard format. Okay. So here see the fifth term is a combination of inverted signals of B, C, D. Whatever, either it may be inverter or regular, but it should be covered in a one term. Then only it is called as a standard format. Now let us take another example. X plus y, x dash plus z dash. It is in a product of some term. Here also it is also not. If you go for the standard SOP or POS, whatever it is, but each term should combination of all variable, then only it is called as a standard format. Here it is not in the standard format. X plus y, but where is the z? Z is missing. X dash plus z dash. Here also y missing. X plus y plus z. Now here 3 signals are covered only in one term, not in all terms. Okay, it is not also not in a standard format. Similarly, so we need to convert any Boolean function, either it is in a SOP format or POS format, but we need to convert into the standard format. Okay, so that standard formats are also called as a canonical formats. So canonical are standard forms. Okay, now f of a comma b, there are this is in a standard format. How many variables are there for this function? 3 variables are there, and only 3 terms are there. You take 4 terms, you can take 5 terms, 6 terms, but each term should be combination of all variable. Then only it is called as a standard format. Now this is in a standard format. Let us take a first term A, B, C. There are 3 signals are covered, 3 variables are covered. One is a B dash, it is a inverted, but it is a B signal is available. Next one is a B, C. 3 variables are available. A dash, B dash, C. Third term also 3 variables are available. So it is in a standard format. Now here also two variables has a input to the your function, but two terms are again combination of a comma b, so it is also standard format a b c d. And here see, in this function three terms are a standard format and one term is not in the standard format, so it is not a standard formatted function. Okay, one term is missing here, d is missing. Okay, now likewise, so a b c, yeah, it is in the standard format. It is some term 1, some term 2, some term 3, but all terms are combination of all variables a b c, three variable, either the regular or maybe a inversion, whatever. Here b dash, it is an inverted signal of a b, but one of b signal is covering in this term, and c also, so it is in the standard format. So that let us convert the standard format SOP to the standard format. Now let us discuss the combination. In the next video we will discuss about how we can able to convert that given boolean function to the standard SOP as well as the standard POS format. Okay.